Hey everybody, what's going on? I'm Gregg, Sussman inside Studio 34, joined today by Drew Dinkmeyer of DailyRoto.com to break down tonight's 11-game slate. What's going on, Drew?
I'm handling this 11-game slate as best I can. A little bit overwhelmed with the number of plays that there are to discuss today, so hopefully we can narrow it down for everybody out there playing DFS.
So much going on. It's so hard. And that's what we need your help for. We start at the point guard position, where Damian Lillard is one of many point guards that we should consider.
Yeah, Damian Lillard is our top projected scorer at the point guard position. He's got a matchup with Cleveland that's really favorable for opposing point guards. They rank 29th in defensive efficiency against opposing point guards this season, and it's a game that has a tighter spread than you might think. So we expect Portland starters to play their heavy minutes in this road game with Kevin Love back for Cleveland. They're staying a little bit more competitive. They're playing a little bit better of late. He's the guy that if you're going to spend all the way up on, you would probably go up to. If you need a mid-tier play, the guy that we really like on the slate is Eric Bledsoe. Filling in with no Giannis Antetokounmpo tonight, a matchup against the Bulls, a team that struggles again against point guards and will be without their best point guard defender in Chris Dunn. Bledsoe is the value, and Damian Lillard is the spend at the point guard position today.
A couple of really good options there for you at point guard, as Drew mentioned. At the shooting guard spot, it looks like James Harden's going to be back, but we didn't even think he was going to miss this past weekend, so that was a disaster. James Harden, he's good to go tonight?
He is good to go tonight. The Rockets gave us a little bit more of a heads up on this slate than they did over the weekend as he was scratched just minutes before lock, and you had to kind of scramble there. But he's expected to play tonight in a great matchup again against Atlanta. He's very expensive, so you don't necessarily need to pay all the way up for him, but he is our highest projected overall score on the slate. If you need more value at the shooting guard position, we once again want to consider those Bucks. Malcolm Brogdon is in the low 6,000s again, playing without Giannis Antetokounmpo. The Brogdon-Bledsoe backcourt is very much in play tonight as the Bucks have a high implied total in the high 100 and teens, like 118, 119 area. So if you're looking for value, again, look for the Bucks in the backcourt. If you're looking to spend all the way up top at the shooting guard position, it's James Harden.
James Harden, the number one player on the board tonight, according to DailyRoto.com. So Harden, an obvious good play, but you didn't need us to tell you that. At the small forward spot, here's where your value comes in, and that's in Miami with Derek Jones, Justice Winslow, James Johnson, Rodney McGruder. They're all out tonight. Goran Dragic still seeing limited minutes. Derek Jones Jr. in a revenge game, Drew, against his former team, the Phoenix Suns. Gotta get him in there.
Yeah, this is the clear-cut play at the small forward position today. He's min-price at 3,500, and the ability to drop the score if all things go wrong with Derek Jones Jr. is still kind of a bailout plan that you have in the back of your mind here. But it's a situation with Derek Jones Jr. that he's a guy that he has explosive athletic ability, and when they can play him up in positions, closer to the power forward spot, then he's hanging around the rim, he's getting rebounds, he's blocking shots, and he's super productive. He's been hanging out, kind of playing the three a little bit more of late, and he's been just hanging out on the perimeter, and the production's taken a hit. The absence of James Johnson should allow him to play more minutes at the power forward spot as kind of a backup power forward tonight. We think that'll unlock some of the fantasy value. We think the minutes will be there in the mid-20s, and again, he's priced just at 3,500. So he's the key play at the small forward spot. If you want to go mid-tier and spend a little bit more at the small forward spot, his teammate Josh Richardson is also very attractive tonight for some of those reasons you mentioned with the lack of wings that Miami is going to be absent tonight with no Magruder and no Winslow.
Tough slate with all of those games, but at least Derek Jones is an obvious start and some obvious value given that he's priced at the bare minimum. Power forward tonight. I absolutely love Blake Griffin, and he pointed that out to me earlier in the day. The fact that he's just underpriced, and he just constantly gives you rack value. You told me that he's priced lower than Lauri Markkanen, and I'm like, what is going on? Blake makes a lot of sense tonight.
Yeah, Lauri's been incredible of late, and we actually think Lauri, even with this big price tag, is in play tonight because of some of the injuries for the Bulls opening up opportunities. But Blake is a little bit cheaper. He's a little bit steadier. We just kind of know what you're getting from Blake as long as he's not getting ejected from games, which is very frustrating over the weekend as well. But Blake, at this price tag at 8,800, are value thresholds for what players need to attain to pay off their price tag. He's delivered in over 55% of the opportunities this season at this price tag. So it's just such a good price for Blake. It's a tough matchup against Indiana, but it's a really, really good price tag. If you need salary relief at the power forward position, we'd go back to that Miami situation where Kelly Olynyk has a little bit more handle on those mid to upper 20s minutes in the absence of James Johnson and a favorable matchup against Phoenix. But if you're spending, Blake Griffin, Lauri Markkanen, those are the two guys we're considering at power forward.
Both priced around the same number. Both have been hot. Both are guys you can absolutely consider tonight. At center, well, who's starting for the Grizzlies? And that's your answer of who to play at center.
That's been the formula that's been a winning recipe of late. Joakim Noah was the big winner for people over the course of the weekend. And, then we got Jonas Valanciunas back in action. And when Jonas Valanciunas has been given the starts for the Grizzlies, he's played, upper 20s, low 30s minutes. And this is just not the level of playing time we ever saw from him in Toronto. So this is a huge opportunity for him. He's taking the bull by the horns. Big usage rate, big rebound rate. We've got him projected for more than a double-double tonight. And even with this price tag at $7,600, he projects as one of our strongest values on the slate. We basically have him filling Marc Gasol's shoes aptly. And so we view him as just an underpriced version of Marc Gasol now as that starting center for the Grizzlies that's been such a profitable position in DFS over the last few weeks.
It's been a winning formula for you to play the center in Memphis. Tonight will be no different. Jonas Valanciunas makes a lot of sense. Drew Dinkmeyer, DailyRoto.com. Always a winning formula. Follow his advice. We appreciate the time, and good luck tonight.
Thanks so much. Best of luck in your games tonight, Gregg.
We appreciate it. If you think Drew's a big winner, tomorrow Ricky Sanders will be on the show. He won a lot of money this past weekend. You should follow his advice, too. I'm Gregg Sussman. We'll see you with Ricky tomorrow.